Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Customer Service with myself, Jeremy Watkin, and Jennifer Dempsey. We're from phone.com and also write a blog called Communicate Better Blog. Just trying to think of a great term for, are we serial bloggers? We blog every day, so I don't know if that makes us habitual bloggers. What's a good word for that? How's it going, Jenny?
Good. We'll have to think of our own word for it. Make up a word.
I guess maybe we're just awesome bloggers.
Yes, that pretty much sums it up. It's going good. Going good over here. Nice, hot, humid day on the East Coast.
You rocking the AC where you're at?
Yes, AC is necessary right now. It's
I'm
nice
definitely
and hot. Great.
I'm digging the blue. Assuming those are blue doors behind you.
They're actually pink, but
Oh
I guess
man,
you're colorblind because
dang it.
that's so funny that looks blue. Yeah, it's
Okay,
pink.
now
It's
I can
right.
tell they're pink. Yeah, they're pink. I knew by doing that I was going to expose myself.
And now everyone knows that Jeremy is colorblind and is going to like send you pictures of colors and ask you what color things are.
Well, I will tell you, I am wearing a blue shirt.
You are. It's not pink. But if it was, that would be funny.
All right, the all-important question: what are you drinking today?
Well, I did just finish some coffee a little bit ago,
Well
but
done.
always still rocking some water. Gotta stay hydrated. What are you drinking over there? Need some tea?
Got the water. In fact,
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
my dear sweet Nalgene. It's older than my children. So yeah, it's a wonderful. It'll be a dry, warm day here in San Diego, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So customer service, that's what we're passionate about. I have a predicament that I need help with. From the dawn of time, we've been what you've been doing customer service for like, well, at this company like 9 years, and I've been here like 13, but I think you've probably been doing customer service longer than me. Didn't you get your first job when you were like 12?
Yeah. I babysat at PTA meetings when I was 13.
Well, babysitting is customer service too, if you didn't know that. Um,
Yes, you're right.
but the so here's my predicament. For whatever reason, and maybe you can identify with this as a musician. But I know as a musician, if I know people that are in the audience, my level of nervousness goes up. Especially if my parents are there, then I feel like, uh-oh, they know me better than anybody, and I really can't screw up in front of them, or I have to go home and hear about it. But for whatever reason, that performance anxiety, if you want to call it that, seems to translate over to customer service for me. I'll give you a real example. I wrote about does your service pass the friend test. Our friend Jeff Toyster signed up for phone.com service, and he wrote a book called Service Failure, and we actually the process hasn't been totally seamless. So he called me with a couple frustrations, and I'm happy to bring in new business. Don't get me wrong, but then I get really nervous. Do you identify with that, Jenny?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Like if there's people that I know in the audience, like you're talking about the music performances, I get extra nervous because I think they're going to be the one they know me the most. They're going to be the ones that I see again, and they're going to be the ones that give me the most like constructive feedback. And so it definitely puts it on a whole other level. And I have friends that are customers of phone.com as well, and my sister actually just signed up recently. And so it's such an interesting perspective because they're going to be totally like customers are going to be honest no matter what, but friends are going to be way more honest with you about support. And it puts it on a whole other level and makes you see things differently. because you're a lot more you're paying a lot more attention because you don't want to mess things up at the front.
I think the feedback point is so good that it really is true that you're more than likely going to get feedback. And I know from my parents, I'll always get something I need to work on. Like, my parents love me. I know they love me. And I know they're proud of me. But they'll always give me something. And maybe sometimes I'm not in the place to hear that. But then having from a customer service standpoint, having a customer service expert try out our customer service, like, uh-oh. Especially if he's my friend, he's not going to leave without saying something. He's going to say something. But what do you do with that feedback, Jenny?
That's tricky. I mean, I just I'm real about it and try to figure out how can I make this better. And if it's that situation for a friend, what is it like for our customers that aren't telling us this stuff, and how to work on that. I mean, just a gift. That feedback is a gift, and try to do what you can to make it better, to make that experience better. But it's always sad when, like, I had a situation where a friend did sign up, and it wasn't a close friend. It was someone that I think I knew from a long time ago, so it wasn't. But they signed up, needless to say, and they had a bad experience with a customer service agent, and that was really difficult because then they reached out to me, and I was like, oh no, like, this isn't good. So it was, I don't know, it's really, really tricky because you want to be way more honest with them about what's going on, but then you're like, well, why am I not doing this with all the customers? I don't know. It makes you reevaluate your entire experience with the customer.
Yeah, so where do you fall on the, I think part of me, well, of course I want to trust our customer service team to be awesome. That's what we're aiming for. But part of me, the control freak part of me, wants them only to call me because I know that I can make sure everything's done right, nothing falls through the cracks. But then part of me doesn't want them to call me because then they'll call me at all hours asking for help. Like, I talked in the post about how my dad will call me, or he doesn't do it anymore. I think I scared him away, but he used to call me for email support and he'd be like, my email, I have a terrible situation, my email's not working, and be like, oh, Dad. Where do you fall on that? Do you prefer them to call you, or do you prefer them to try out customer service?
Well, I usually like to handle it all myself because, again, that control freak part of me wants to see it through the end. But, I know that I'm not there 24/7, and they know that. So when I'm not there, I do always encourage them to reach out to support because I want them to still know that they can get help and that it's going to be at a good level because I trust our team. So so when it doesn't happen, then I'm like, well, maybe I should have just kept it all with me. But I don't know. That's just that's really tough.
Jeff brought up a really good point from his perspective. Even though maybe there were a couple things, he was like, he had Vonage before he switched over to phone.com. He's like, I never really had problems with Vonage, but he was like, I love doing business with people that I know and trust. And I was like, that's a great point. I do too. I mean, I am 100% more likely to do business with a company where I either know someone there that I think highly of, or I've been referred to that company by someone that I think highly of, and I'm probably 100% more likely to do business with a company like that, and even pay a little bit more just for the peace of mind that I know I'm paying for a good product and good service. Where do you think you fall on that spectrum?
Yeah, and you feel so. Well, I agree. Absolutely. There's a little bit of a delay. Sorry, I think I may have seemed to have talked over you, but I definitely agree. You have that exclusive pass that you know somebody, and that's really cool. And I'm more than likely to do business with that if I know the person, it's a good person, and I would be willing to pay a little bit more because, yeah, I know it's exclusive, and that makes it fun. And then, you're more likely to also talk about it. Like, oh yeah, I know someone over there. I can, have them help you. So then you are telling it more often as well, which is a perk for that business. And I want to make sure that when people, when friends come to me for service, that they also have that. But then I also get not customers, but friends that are customers will tell me, they're like, they'll have a problem and they won't even come to me at all. They're like, I just didn't want to bug you. I wanted to just go through the support channels like any normal customer would. I don't want to be that exclusive person that knows you. So there's that other level as well where people just won't come to me. And then later they're like, oh, well, my problem was solved perfectly. It was fine. I just want to let you know about that. I'm like, oh, well, that's great. So there's like 2 different levels of customer friends. That could be a new term, a customer friend. Friend customer.
Friend level, I guess.
Yeah.
But
So,
don't you when you trust customer service to do what they're hired to do and what they're good at, don't you feel proud when they validate that and they do exactly what you want them to do and exactly what they're designed to do, or even go a step further and wow the customer?
oh yeah, absolutely. And I know like when someone refers like their friend to support, and let's say like I get an email about it, and they're like, here's my friend, they're interested in service, can you help them? And I take on that same, it's like a privilege, and I know that I still, like, this person knows this person, I still need to do the same thing. So it's a very similar process as well. And when that feedback comes through that the job is handled well, then that's great validation too. So it's
Yeah.
whether it's our friend or a friend that was referred and handed over to us, they trust us. They trust us that we're gonna take care of that. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, be interested to see what other people have to say on this topic. So in general, I think here's my takeaway. I think mostly I need to suck it up and embrace the nervousness when it comes to allowing friends or inviting friends and family to do business with the company I work for. I think the gaining of new customers is by far outweighs it. I think we definitely need to view their feedback as a gift. Obviously, there's history there, and sometimes you don't want to hear your parents' feedback all the time. Though as I'm getting older, I'm valuing it more. When I was 18, I didn't want to hear anything they had to say. But a whole lifetime later, I appreciate them. You know what the other thing is, Jenny, that is hard for me. I don't know about you, but I feel bad talking about money with them. I, for whatever reason, want everything to be free for my friends, and obviously we're in business and we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But is money hard for you to talk about with when your friends are doing business with you? I feel like obligated to give them all kinds of discounts, and I don't. Where do you fall on that?
Yeah, that's really tricky because I feel that way too, and I definitely will always give discounts. I know that sounds bad, and that's probably, maybe I shouldn't admit that, but I will. But I'll limit them. I'll be like, here's what we can do for you for like this point of time, and we can give this basic plan for free, or we can give 20% off here for the first year. So it's it's helping them out. It's encouraging them to be with us, but it's still got that exclusive, I know you. And I mean, we even have coupon codes that are like, I think Aaron has one, I know Aaron. It's like the exclusive I know you, so here's a discount. And it encourages them to sign up and stay. And then, chances are they'll probably be with us for a long time. So I think there's, it's really tough talking about money with them, but, give them that exclusive discount, and it's kind of fun at the same time. So.
Yeah. So I have we always talk about how awkward we are. And I was helping our friend Jeff on a call just to get everything set up, and in a really, really awkward moment, almost like if I were to tell him I loved him. I didn't say that. I asked, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" And I kind of cut myself off, and then he was like, "Did you really just drop that on me?" And I was like,
Oh.
"Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I."
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm so
You know
awkward.
what? Something similar to that, like I'll be talking to like a friend about our service and they always make a comment like they always say, Jenny, you end up using your work voice with me. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't realize I had two different voices, but apparently like I'll be like, hey, what's up? Oh yes, let me tell you about our phone.com service, and I'll like go into work voice and then as soon as I transition out talking back to to a friend, it's a different voice, and I find that kind of strange because they're like, whoa, calm down, you're using your work voice.
You totally have a work voice. I think you have another voice that, like, when you're really talking to a mean customer, that, like,
My nervous, scared, frustrated voice.
yeah, but it comes out just more like emotionless.
Oh, maybe that's the brick wall voice. I'm just building a brick wall to keep distance.
Yeah, I think it's the brick wall voice. Whereas mine's all sweaty and red and angry and emotional.
Oh, I've seen that,
Uh,
heard that.
no, I don't let that voice come out much anymore.
That's good.
No,
That's
it
good.
still peeks its head, but yeah. So here's where the awkward comes in, Jenny. Any other haps in the world of customer service from your side?
Well, I think if whoever's watching this, if they haven't read my Doctor Who Knows Customer Service post, they should definitely check it out because it was really fun to write and think about how Doctor Who can apply to this. I don't think there's anything out there about that right now. So check that out if you haven't already.
Have you watched Doctor Who?
Yes, I have watched, well, all the new episodes, I've watched all 5 seasons, well, 4 seasons. I'm starting season 5 now. So, yeah, it's
I
great.
would say
I'm
that
like totally
qualifies you.
hooked.
I would say you're qualified to talk Doctor Who then.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a good discussion. So I enjoyed talking about um, providing customer service to our friends today.
Me too.
Uh, and yeah, on my end, I'm immersed in World Cup. So go US.
And my brother, Clint Dempsey.
All right. Well, for we had 0 viewers today. I'm pleased to announce, but this will definitely be available for anybody's consumption later on. Check out our blog, a better blog. We enjoy writing, and we hope you enjoy reading it. And even more so, we love to hear from people that read the blog, to interact with them. So if you have any interesting thoughts on what we talked about today, please do share. We would love to hear your perspective. You can even tell us to stop being so darn awkward, or
We could just
suck it
tip
up.
on how to not be so awkward.
Maybe we just need to suck it up and be awesome.
Yes.
Cool. Well, have a fantastic weekend, Jenny.
You too, Jeremy. Have a great weekend. Thanks.
And to anybody watching, take care.